hard drives were typically used for storage. An example of a widely used third-generation computer is shown in Figure 1-7. Figure 1-7, a brief look at computer generations. LT pre-computers and early computers. Dr. Herman Hollerith's punch card tabulating machine and sorter is an example of an early computing device. It was used to process the 1,890 U.S. Census data. First-generation computers, such as ENIAC shown here, were large and bulky, used vacuum tubes, and had to be physically wired and reset to run programs. Second-generation computers, such as the IBM 1401 mainframe shown here, used transistors instead of vacuum tubes, so they were smaller, faster, and more reliable than ST-generation computers. Third-generation computers used integrated circuits, which allowed the introduction of smaller computers such as the IBM System/360 mainframe shown here. Fourth-generation computers, such as the original IBM PC shown here, are based on microprocessors. Most of today's computers fall into this category. Fifth-generation computers, some aspects of such as the natural language input and RT intelligence used by the IBM Watson computer shown competing on Jeopardy! Here, already exist. Approximately 1971, present, a technological breakthrough in the early 1970s made it possible to place an increasing number of transistors on a single chip. This led to the invention of the microprocessor in 1971, which ushered in the fourth generation of computers. In essence, a microprocessor contains the core processing capabilities of an entire computer on one single chip. The original IBM PC, see Figure 1-7, and Apple Macintosh computers, and most of today's traditional computers, fall into this category. Fourth-generation computers typically use a keyboard and mouse for input, a monitor and printer for output, and hard drives, flash memory media, and optical discs for storage. This generation also witnessed the development of computer networks, wireless technologies, and the Internet. Fifth-generation computers, now and the future. Fifth-generation computers are most commonly defined as those that are based on artificial intelligence, allowing them to think, reason, and learn. See one example in Figure 1-7. Some aspects of fifth-generation computers such as voice and touch input and speech recognition are being used today. In the future, fifth-generation computers are expected to be constructed differently than they are today, such as in the form of optical computers that process data using light instead of electrons, tiny computers that utilize nanotechnology, or as entire general-purpose computers built into desks, home appliances, and other everyday devices. Instructions or programs used with a computer called software are discussed shortly. Hardware components can be internal, located inside the main box or system unit of the computer, or external, located outside the system unit and connected to the system unit via a wired or wireless connection. There are hardware devices associated with each of the 5 computer operations previously discussed: input, processing, output, storage, and communications, as summarized in Figure 1-8 and illustrated in Figure 1-9. Input devices. An input device is any piece of equipment that is used to input data into the computer. The input devices shown in Figure 1-9 are a keyboard, mouse, and microphone. Other common input devices include scanners, digital cameras, digital pens and still uses, touchpads and touch screens, fingerprint readers, and gaming controllers. Input devices are discussed in more detail in Chapter 4. Processing devices. The main processing device for a computer is the central processing unit, CPU. The CPU is located inside the system unit and performs the calculations and comparisons needed for processing, Input processing keyboard CPU mouse output microphone monitor / display screen scanner printer digital camera speakers digital pen / stylus headphones / headsets touchpad / touch screen data projector gaming controller storage fingerprint reader hard drive communication CD / DVD / Blu-ray disc modem CD / DVD / Blu-ray drive network adapter flash memory card router flash memory card reader USB flash